Hi, my name is Nathan, and today we're going to do a comic book review of The Army of Darkness, 1979, issue number 3, brought to you by RatedComics. Let's get to it. After taking a drink of my coffee here, we begin this issue with the cliffhanger from the last issue where Ash Williams is thrown out the subway window from the Panther gang. Fortunately, it's not high enough where it'll make his body splatter, but it ain't low enough where he's not gonna feel any pain. He knows it, he anticipated. Lilith is like, no! Ash is like, oh yes, this is gonna hurt a lot. But he has no time to wallow in his pain. He has to get up because the Panther gang exits the subway and they're forming a straight line towards Ash and they got to kick his ass. So Lilith is telling the gang, the half-day gang, come on, we gotta help Ash out. Well, maybe you didn't know this, girl, but we got our asses whooped. We ain't going out there. What? Lilith is pissed off. I thought we are family. If it was Phoebe out there, you guys would be out there standing in line waiting to serve a whipping, you know? You guys shouldn't call yourselves half dead. You guys should call yourself cowards. What a way to shame them. Leader of the Panther gang says, bet you stay down, boy. Ash pulls out a gun. He's like, I guess nobody told you. Ashful is horrible for the skin. Panther gang's like, whatever, dude. Just know we're taking you out for good. And Ash is like, you know how many times I heard that, boy? Well, this is gonna be the last one. And whatever, dude, you're dead wrong. And blast him, and the fight ensues. Lilith runs down the stairs and she goes in and starts kicking ass with ash and chainsaws and blood and guts. Tibia is like, okay, you know what? Maybe the leader had a point. Well, what if we get our butts kicked again? It doesn't happen. It's not gonna happen because why? Because we are the half-deads. Retreat! The leader of the gang says they're getting their butts whipped. Now the tables have turned. They all run away. And the Little's like, well, what took you so long? Well, we had to weigh out our options. So Ash kind of gets the group to calm down, regroup, what we're gonna do. And Lilith is not buying that Tibbs is like, well, you know, anything for the fearless leader, right? BS! If it were our other leader, Phibbs will give you a beat down for it. And Ash is like, no time for that. We got a book to find. Well, Lilith is like, let's hit the Central Park then. That's where the Warlocks will be at this time. Meanwhile, we get news coverage reaching the police and city officials about the rising death toll from the Warlock rampage. Blood, guts, news coverage is blowing this up. The mayor is like, we must get to the bottom. Whoever turned our beloved law enforcement officers to blood and meat pudding. It's kind of funny dialogue here. I will not sleep until the perpetrators of this heinous crime are found and prosecuted. Now, then we get more news reporter coverage, and this lady says, because as long as these evil men are out there, any citizens of New York may find themselves as a puddle of meat on the lonely Big Apple Street. I don't know if that was intended to rhyme, but this is kind of funny. So, media coverage is blown up. The leader of the Warlock gang is like, good, no one's safe. As long as we got this book, we will not be defeated. And his other members of the group are like, dude, I mean, okay, power is great, but it would be nice if we had like a nice pad, cars. I mean, when we originally started this gang, we just wanted to get into Studio 54 before the discotheque shut down. And other gangs were like, we just want a block in South Bronx. We don't want the whole world. And this guy's getting pissed off, like, how can you guys crave material possessions when world domination is within your grasp? And they're like, well, the other team speaks up, they raise their hand, they're like, we're done with this world conquering business. And the leader's like, oh, a united front, I see. The key to our reign of power is unity, and he turns these guys into meat, pudding, soup that, yeah, in other words, he made an example out of them. And the other crew members are like, yeah, boss, we love the smell of rotting flesh in the morning, right? As the half-dads and Ash and Lilith are walking in Central Park, they're walking, they haven't seen any hint of the Warlocks. Tibbs is like, well, maybe we could get some shut-eye and start on this search later on. And the Lilith tells Ash, you know, Tibbs got a point. Maybe we should get some shut-eye. Even though we're close, let's get some shut-eye. But turns out they got bigger problems than the Warlocks. And it's this mama gang of the Miss Brady's. And she tells him, lovely night for a straw, half-deads. I'm Carol Brady, and we're about to ground you kids for the next week. And Ash thinks this is the funniest shit. Like, lady, do we look like kids to you? I mean, Marsha sakes, this is nuts. But what's even funnier about this is these guys know, the half-deads know, hey, man, I wouldn't talk to Miss Brady like this. She don't play. Come on, man, what you gonna do? You go your way, we go ours. What? You're disrespecting our authority? So they come down with a vengeance with these meat roller pastries and, okay, that meat cleaver is not a joke, but the frying pan to beat you with oven mitts? That's funny. And look at the other lady with the white diaper up the dress. Banti. Okay, this is funny. And what's funnier is the half-dead gang wants to run away from this and Ash is like, what? I thought I was a leader. You are the leader. But that Mrs. Brady, she don't play. And Mrs. Brady rolls up her sleeve and she's got some guns on her. So she's like, from where I'm standing, oh, you've been very bad boys. And they're like, you gonna fight back and hit your mama? And Ash is like, I can't. I mean, fighting you is like fighting my mom. I can't fight you. And Lilith's like, you better fight them, Ash, because they will hurt you. They'll kill us. Hitting her is like hitting dear old mom. That's right, Ash. You won't hit dear old mama, would you? So Ash is like, Lilith, I don't know what to do. And so Lilith suggests use their weapons against him. He's like, oh yeah, great idea. He uses his chainsaw to disable the meat cleaver. Not the meat cleaver. He uses his chainsaw to disable the pastry roller. And after that, these mamas realize, you wouldn't dare shoot your dear mom, would you? And Ash just puts his gun up in the air, shoots, and they all run away. I guess he can go to prom after all. So after recouping and recovering, Lilith's like, I'm okay. But Lilith reminds Ash, until we find the warlocks, every crew will be out to take out whoever they cross, and that's including us. Well, battling people is one thing, it's colorful, but I can't take my eyes off the prize of the Necronomicon book. One of the crew members of the Half-Deads finds one of the Brady gang, and she's like, what happened to the rest of Mrs. Brady? So they interrogate her to find out the whereabouts of the warlocks. They find out the whereabouts of the warlocks. And, you know, it's a funny moment where she's like, you won't question your old lady. Instead, wouldn't you boys like some nice, fluffy silver dollar pancakes? Ash is like, that sounds good. Focus, Ash, focus. Come on, talk. Where are the warlocks hanging out? So she tells them where they're held up. Lilith comes up with an ambitious plan that can go very left, very quick, or it can go very right in a slow amount of time, but it's their only option because they got the power of the Necronomicon book. I don't know how it's gonna go down, but I would got to say, this is a fun book. I love the humor in this book. I love the horror element in this book. And just because there's humor in it, it does not mean there isn't an exciting, unpredictable quest of this story going on here. There's some very good character development on what's going on here. What helps elevate this all fun out book is the art, the swagger, the attitude, and every panel has energy of movement. The character designs are just dripping with swag and coolness, and you'll dig this book. Link in description if you wish to purchase this book from RatedComics.com. With that being said, The Army of Darkness, 1979, issue number 3. What you guys think of the comic book? Comment below, let me know. And also, if you like the content we're throwing up, you know what to do. Don't be shy and don't be stingy. Here at Rated Comics, we do awesome comic book reviews, comic book related content with the occasional comic book giveaway. Thanks again for watching. Until next time.